Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd love to do this morning is to go through a powerful book, a book that has lots and lots of interesting lessons, and the book that I've chosen for today's episode is named No More Mr. Nice Guy. This book was published on the 16th of December 2002 by an author who goes by the title and name of Dr. Robert Glover. There is a silent pain in always trying to be the good one. You're the dependable one, the one who doesn't make any waves, the one who listens, who gives, who sacrifices until there's nothing left but a smiling mask and a slow, quiet ache. And at some point you wonder, when is it going to be my turn? This path, though paved with good intentions, sometimes leads to a subtle ache of unfulfillment, a sense that something vital within us remains unexpressed. Yet within that very longing for authenticity lies a powerful spark awaiting to be ignited. Dr. Robert Glover, with profound courage and liberating clarity, offers a powerful beacon in the No More Mr. Nice Guy book. This book serves as a catalyst for radical self-acceptance and a resounding call to reclaim your authentic power. Dr. Glover illuminates the hidden patterns that hinder genuine connection, empowering you to shed the weight of unexpressed desires and unspoken boundaries.
All clear to back up.
Preparing to awaken the true, confident person within, forging relationships built on honesty, respect, and mutual fulfillment. This journey ignites a profound transformation, leading you to live a life of unwavering integrity and vibrant self-expression. So let's have a look. Let's see what we can learn, what we can take from this book. And the first key message to come from this author is that being nice isn't who you truly are. It's who you became in order to feel safe. An interesting point indeed. Most men who identify with Mr. Nice Guy, the nice guy syndrome, didn't just wake up one day and decide to be overly accommodating. They learnt it step by step, because often in childhood they realised that being agreeable, pleasing and emotionally low maintenance was the safest way to avoid conflict or punishment, and the most reliable way to receive love. But over time, that adaptation became a mask that they wore. Glover helps you trace how deeply this pattern runs and why the parts of you that were inconvenient, your anger, your desires, your voice, got buried along the way. The niceness isn't authenticity, it's survival. And what worked to protect you as a child is now sabotaging your relationships, your power, and your peace. Because so much of your kindness is actually covert control. This one hits hard. It's the realization that many nice guys give, not out of pure generosity, but with the unconscious expectation of receiving something in return, such as praise, affection, sex, or security. And when that unspoken deal isn't honoured, they simmer in silence, feeling used, abused, or unappreciated. And Glover calls this what it is: manipulation disguised as goodness. It's not that you're a bad person, it's that you've never been taught how to express needs directly, so you resort to pleasing, fixing, or rescuing in the hopes that someone will read your mind and give back to you. The healing begins when you recognize this and start showing up in relationships with honesty and without any of your hidden contracts. Another key message that comes from this book is that repressed needs don't simply disappear, they just mutate. In the valid and in the world of the nice guy, admitting you have needs feels selfish, weak, and risky. So you repress them. You convince yourself you're easygoing, low maintenance, or just happy to help. But inside, those unmet needs begin to fester, and eventually they explode through passive aggression, emotional shutdown, addiction, resentment, or sudden outbursts that feel foreign even to you. This book holds up a mirror to that silent pressure cooker and gives you permission to not only have needs, but to voice them clearly and without shame. You stop waiting for someone to notice your suffering and start showing up for yourself. Healthy masculinity isn't domination, it's integration. One of the most powerful gifts of this book is that it doesn't trade nice guy for alpha male. It calls you to something higher, and that higher calling is wholeness. Glover guides you to reclaim the parts of your masculinity that were shamed, your boundaries, your voice, your sexual energy, your assertiveness, but it brings them back in an integrated, respectful, and emotionally mature way. It's about becoming cold. It's not about becoming cold, tough, or indifferent. It's about becoming real, honest, and grounded. A man who can hold his centre and express his truth without fear of disapproval. A man who doesn't shrink or overcompensate. He simply is. And the last key point to come from this book is that emotional honesty is where true intimacy begins. One of the central paradoxes of nice guys face is that they crave deep, loving connection, but hide their truer selves to avoid rejection. The result? Shallow, fragile relationships built on pretense. Glover breaks this cycle by showing that the very thing you fear, being seen in your imperfection, is actually the path to being loved in your entirety. When you start speaking your truth, setting boundaries and owning up to your emotions, including the messy ones, you stop performing and start connecting, because real love doesn't come from being liked, it comes from being truly known. Take care, everybody. Wishing you all the best, and we'll chat again soon. What a wonderful, wonderful book. What a powerful book. Take care, yasas, and cheers for now.